Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to another video. But today I realized that I never really showed y'all my cross country season from my freshman year. So in today's video, I'm just going to do like a quick recap of how my freshman season went and my PRs and my placements from that season. This was my first 5K race of my freshman year. The meet was called SCUC. The course itself was pretty flat, and I actually kind of liked it. It was a fun course. At the start of the race, I was able to position myself like in the top 20, which is kind of what I was going for at this race. I wanted to break 18 minutes. But then after the first mile and a half loop, I fell into the high 30th place area. My first mile was 5:25, so I was doing pretty good. But I think I was just lacking endurance for this first race.
Yes, Patrick!
I ended up finishing in 37th place with a time of 18:02. Overall, I was pretty disappointed with my first varsity 5K race because I didn't break 18 minutes in the 5K and I didn't get top 20. This was our second meet of the season, and it was 3 weeks after our first meet. So for the past 3 weeks, I just focused on building a lot of endurance. And for this race, my goal is to get top 5 and go sub 18. But I took off in the top 10, so I was happy with that. This is the final home stretch of that race. I came in 4th place overall, and I ended up running a time of 18:04, so I was 2 seconds slower than last meet. Even though I was a little bit disappointed with the time, I ran 2 seconds slower. That was my first varsity medal, so that was something to be happy about. But moving on to my next meet. Here we go, third meet of the season. This meet, I was really looking for a sub 18 minute 5K and to finish in the top 5 again. So we took out pretty well. I took out in the top 5, so I positioned myself perfectly for this race. Coming into the final home stretch of this race, I had secured my top 5 spot, coming in 5th place. My only goal was to break 18 minutes in a 5K, and I saw the clock. I ran 17:27. That was an amazing race for me. I PR'd by over 30 seconds, so I was really happy too. The sub 18 barrier mark, I blew that away by so much with the 17-minute 27-second 5K. I got another medal, top 5, so I completed both of my goals that day. It was a really good day for me, I guess. Really muddy course though, but I actually enjoyed it. Moving on to our next meet, it was at the same course as my second meet where I ran 18:04 at, so I was hoping to redeem myself. This meet was a lot more competitive than the last meet that I ran on the same course here, but I was hoping to run like a 17:15-ish time and get top 10. But I took out in about 20th place, not the best start. I ended up finishing in 8th place, so I was actually very satisfied with that. And I was so close to going under 17 minutes here, which blew my expectations away. I ran 17:04, so huge PR by over 20 seconds. I PR'd on the course by a minute exactly, and I hit both my goals that day. I got top 10 in the race in a very competitive field, and I over exceeded my expectations for time-wise because I was expecting like a 17:15 to 17:20, but I ran 17:04, almost breaking 17 minutes in the 5K. But this was the fastest time I ran all season. 17:04 is my freshman PR in the 5K. This was one of my favorite races. I mean, the course was really hard and hilly, but it was one of my favorite races just because it was on my birthday. And I actually really enjoyed having a race on my birthday. I was in the lead until about 2 kilometers in, and then I held second place for a majority of the rest of the race. But there's a few tiny hills, but there's one really big hill on the back end. This is about the last 80 meters of the race. Him and I were fighting for second and third place. I got second place, which is the highest placement I had so far this season. I ended up running 17:39 on that course, which I was very pleased with because that was just like a really hard course in general. But it was fun. It was a fun day. I got to go get lunch afterwards. I got this medal. I consider it one of my birthday presents for the day. But I mean, it was fun. But now moving on to my next race, which is the last race before state. Here we go, last meet before state. The course was only 3 miles instead of 3.1 miles, so I was looking to make a good 3-mile time for my PR. And a lot of these guys were going to be at our state race, so I was looking to place high also. Final 100 meters of the race, I was fighting to keep my second place spot and finish with a fast time, but unfortunately I ran 17:40, which was slower than my 5K time. I don't know how that happened, but I did finish second, so I was pleased with that. The course was a 1-mile loop. We just did 3 times.
And second from John Paul, Patrick Bucknett.
Go Patrick!
Fun going up to Marble Falls to compete at that meet, and it was cool because after all the races were done, they announced all of our names and they gave us our medals like on the stage. Well, not stage per se, but in front of everybody. Moving on to the final meet of the season, the state championship. There goes the gun, and we're off. This is 4A State Boys Cross Country Championships. I was hoping to get top 10 at this race so I could get all-state honors as a freshman, but I took out pretty well. You'll be able to see once we come around into the open. I took out in about 5th place, I think. I felt very comfortable. Some kids just took out really hard sprinting though, so I try not to go with them. But it was just a really long straightaway before we made any turns. Those two are first and second, and I am in a group of about 5, and I'm just trying to work with them. And I'm trying to like not fall off of the group. But right now I'm about like 6th or 7th place right now, trying to hold on to that spot and make sure I don't fall off. The final home stretch of the championship, that's 8th and 9th place coming in, and me right there in 10th place. I barely hold on to get the last spot of all-state honors.
Top 10 4A boys. Coming in 10th place from John Paul II Shirts, Patrick Bucknett.
Getting to compete at state and placing top 10 was an amazing experience as a freshman, and I'm so happy I got to partake in that. And also, I got all-state honors for TAPS 4A, and then I got the top 10 medal, so that's cool. But I still had one more race after this, and that is NXR. So as you can see, there's a bunch of people running, so I don't really know my placement, but I think I was around 60th to 70th place right now. And NXR was a really cool course that we ran at Texas A&M course. I really like it. The home stretch though is 800 meters, so it's a little much. It's really far. You can see a finish line. It's just daunting looking at it. This is the final home stretch of NXR. It's cool. It's a good atmosphere to be in.
All right, Patrick!
I think the NXR race was a great race to finish my season off with. I ran 17:27. I got 63rd out of about 500 people. I think I did great. or I think I did pretty good for that race. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was like somewhat entertaining. But I have a new video coming out soon. It's for 100 subscribers, and it'll be coming out Wednesday or Thursday.